Okay, I'm going to show you what a level J book looks like. This is a J book, again from the Fountas and Pinnell series. This is the green system still, and this is a nonfiction text. I'm also going to show you what a fiction text looks like at a level J, because there are some striking differences between the fiction and the nonfiction at this level. The Fountas and Pinnell system still has fiction and nonfiction starting at a level A book, but the features are quite similar. So here we'll see the differences, and I'll show you a fiction one shortly. But this book is nonfiction about dolphins, and let's scroll down. The first thing that you will probably notice here that has not been the case in some of the previous levels of texts that we've seen is some unknown vocabulary. So vocab that is completely new to students that they are not expected to know would be introduced in the reading in a very appropriate way, age-appropriate way. And every time there is a word that a child might not know, in this case, the word blowhole, you will see that the word is bold in the print and it's supported in the illustration with a label. That is the case on the next page as well. So you'll see the different parts of the dolphin being labeled in the illustration and in the picture, I should say, and then in the actual text, the words are bold as well. So that is new, and the children should be able to understand these meanings just through the reading of the text. Sometimes nonfiction texts like this that do introduce a lot of new vocabulary will have a small glossary at the end, which would be something they hadn't been exposed to before. Let's scroll down and see what else is different about a level J text here. There are some multi-syllable words here. I'm not seeing too many of them, but that's something that they would come across at a level J. Some more complex multi-syllable words, but they should still be able to decode them by looking at the different parts of the word. The text is separate from the pictures here. It's on its own, it's standalone. You'll see behind it, it's just a white background, which is kind of moving the child away from necessarily needing the pictures, which was not the case in the earlier texts where the child may have needed those pictures to figure out a word. The lines could be up to, I think it's 12 lines for a level J. I'm not seeing any that long here, but it could be. This is still 4 lines of text here. Keep in mind that a line is different from the number of sentences. So again, this is just 2 sentences, but it's 4 lines of text, but it could go all the way up to 12 lines of text. And something else is just how information is presented. So at the end of this book, there's a little fun facts about dolphins, and it's got bullet points, which the children may have not seen prior to this level. So that's different. There's not a glossary in this one, though. I have seen it at a level J before. And I'm going to quickly tab over to a level J fiction text. This one is called Too Tall. And this one's about a giraffe. This one's really cute. The kids always like this one. So in this one, when I scroll down, one of the features is just the immense amount of dialogue in this book, which would be in a fiction book, of course. You'll see that there's various people talking too. Here it looks like it's the coach and the giraffe named Lola. And then on the next page, it's her mom. Lola's talking with her mom and with the coach on this page. So there can be multiple characters having dialogue, which is a difference. And the pictures and illustrations in a fiction text at this level are there to enhance the story. They're not necessarily required for meaning anymore. So if you look at this page on the right, page 5, this right here, Lola hung her head. You can tell Lola's upset. By reading this story, we know that Lola's upset because she didn't get chosen for the team. But this picture here just supports that idea. You can see Lola's sadness in her eyes, in her face. You can see the worry in the mom's face as well. But without that picture, the child would still understand that with the words, or should be able to understand that just by reading this story. So the illustrations are really just there to enhance what the child is already understanding just by reading. I think that's about it. Let me see if there's any major differences at the end. No, this was book 101, which is a level J text. There is, okay, so here, even in this fiction text, there's some bolded words right here at the very end, again for emphasis, which was different from the case in the nonfiction text when I tab back over to that. This level J had bolded words not for emphasis, but for meaning. And that would be a conversation between the teacher and the students to discuss that in nonfiction texts, bolded words are typically there for meaning and are supported by the illustrations. So I think that about sums up the features of a level J book.